What are some of the solutions that schools should be looking at?
In terms of looking at it proactively, trying to identify from a very early age students that are showing warning signs, students that have anger management issues, students that come from dysfunctional homes.
How do you do that?
You do that by outreach. You do that by getting your staff involved with the families of your community.
Matthew, how do you feel about that? Let's say you came from a troubled home, you come to school, your counselor calls you in and says, I'm going to have to do a home visit.
I don't know. I can't relate to that situation because that's not something that's directly affected me, but I can tell you this much. If students don't get the help they need and the help they deserve, that's how catastrophe happens. And we live in a society right now where we don't want to address mental health. We don't want to address issues that students have internally. We want to blame outside things for those issues.
As a student, you feel very shamed upon if you go to get help. It's not like a very good environment, especially around other students, to say, oh, I have a problem, I'm going to go get help with an adult.
They have to be a place in school or in the community where that child can go to get help or seek help. Just like she said, some children feel embarrassed. Well, if I go see the psychiatrist in school, they're going to think I'm nuts or crazy. I'm not going there.
We sort of demonize people with mental health. If you're a victim of mental health, you're far more likely to be the victim of a crime than perpetrator of it. We often have experience where we only talk about mental health after mass shootings. And mental health is absolutely an issue, but there are steps that we have to take along with mental health to fix this crisis that we're facing in our country.
Some people, the immediate response is, well, we got to ban guns. Guns didn't cause the problem. If I took a firearm right now and put it on that table in front of all these people, I don't think any one of them would suddenly change their personality, their attitude, and become evil.
What if there are guns already in the house? You've got a problem child, we've identified them. Mm-hmm. The school's doing everything it can. It's got its outreach program coming out. It's going to your home, and you say, no, I'm a Second Amendment pro-gun person, and my gun stays in the kitchen.
My gun stays where I believe it's appropriate to be safe.
So how do we solve the problem? That's my question.
You can't. In the case that you're bringing up, absolutely you can't.
If you had a problem child in your house and you're a responsible gun owner, that child would never see my gun, would never get near a gun.
Keep in mind that everything that we're talking about when it comes to schools, my children go to the same schools, my grandchildren now go to the same schools. We're just as much horrified about all of this as everybody else.